quick little video this morning, and I want to talk a bit about manifestation overwhelm or manifestation burnout. A lot of us are getting better and better at being able to call forth, being able to bring in the things that we really want in life, whether it be in the area of love and relationships, whether it be in the area of health and well-being, whether it be in the area of finances, career, purpose. What area did I miss? Spirituality. I mean, there's so many different areas. And what you'll probably notice is that there are some areas of your life where you manifest things without even thinking. Like, things just come to you. I know for me, money and finances, like that seems to be an area for me where that vibration is really, really, really high and really strong. And it's not that way out of luck or out of fluke. It just has to do with a particular resonance that I have and the way I put energy out into the world. And it's also something I'm continuing to work on. But the area that's been more of a challenge for me, like my entire life, like from childhood to now, is the area of love. And so when it comes to love, that's always where I have to do more intentional work. That's where I'm doing a lot more shadow work. That's where I've had to really peel back a lot of the layers. And when we talk about self-love work in particular, self-love work is about us really looking at what are the barriers or what are the things that are in the way of us fully, wholly loving and accepting ourselves and being the fullest, unabashed expression of who we are meant to be on the earth. And what we often see along our self-love journey is that the areas where we struggle to manifest are directly linked to the stories, the narratives, the limiting beliefs, the wounds, the pain points that we have within ourselves. And these pain points can be pain points that began early in childhood. They can be pain points that arrived well after childhood. And I even say, and many would agree, that some of these wounds occur even in the womb and intergenerationally or ancestrally through our lineage. So there's often a lot of work for us to do. Now, here's why I share this and why I'm bringing this up is because a lot of the time when we're on a self-love journey, we have a desire for things to go faster. We want to manifest really quickly. And while that is possible, the thing to understand is that self-love is a journey and not a destination. So when we are doing work over time, what we tend to see is a bamboo-like experience. So, and I think they talk about this in the book Atomic Habits and in many other places. I've heard this in seminars before. But the analogy of how we're putting in the work and we're putting in the work and we're putting in the work, and it might appear like nothing is happening, nothing is necessarily working, or it's going very slow. And then at a certain point, there's just exponential growth, right? We just manifest, and we have what we want. So if you never heard the analogy of the bamboo, everyone talks about it in different spaces, but it's the idea that, you know, you can water bamboo for years and years and years and not see any movement in the growing of the plant above the ground. And I believe it's in the last like 30 days or 90 days. Don't quote me, I always forget it. It just grows like something crazy like 9 feet, okay? So for a lot of us, that's what's happening. Now, here's what I want to say about this is in the time of darkness, okay? In the time of darkness, in the womb of manifestation, when it appears like nothing's happening because you can't see it on the outside, that's when a lot of us experience pain and burnout, and when a lot of us abandon too soon, or when we it's almost like we code it spiritually and emotionally like a trauma, okay? The process just becomes really painful. And what it often looks like, okay, during a process of manifesting something over time, okay, particularly when it's things like wanting to manifest a baby, wanting to manifest love, wanting to see growth in your business, or to find the right job. These are things that sometimes they come to people like this, and it's entirely possible. But we all know, for those of us that are truly, truly on this self-love journey, these kinds of things are the things that often take time, and it really takes something emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually. We often, before we get exactly what we want, experience a ton of heartbreak, right? Which is often contributed to getting really close and then experiencing a difficult loss. So for anyone in the fertility space or the baby making space, that can sadly look like, losing a child, or experiencing the loss of a pregnancy, or finding out some difficult news about your body, or your partner's body, or whatever it is, news that you feel is crushing and devastating and could really have you be in a position where you think it's not going to happen, or it's really difficult or impossible. For people in the business space, entrepreneurship space, you may have tried several businesses and they've failed. You may be struggling right now to keep the lights on, to hang on to your business. And you may need to, not do that business anymore. These kinds of things are incredibly painful. In the world of, health and wellness, sometimes it's the experience of going to doctor after doctor after doctor, trying to figure out what's going on and what's happening, and feeling like you're close, but then it's not it, and just feeling like you're not getting better, or something reoccurs that you thought was handled, these kinds of things. And I could go on. Spiritually, it can be the loss of close people, loss of close friends or family, having to walk away from relationships that had a lot of meaning to you. These kinds of things create a great deal of pain, and as I mentioned before, a great deal of trauma. And it can have us feel like we can't do this anymore. We don't want to try anymore. I don't want to go on another date. I don't want to even do this anymore. I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't do this process anymore. It's never going to work. It's never going to happen for me. I give up. And just really feeling sad and depressed in the moment, Now, the tricky thing is that, my friends, the reality is nothing in this universe is guaranteed. And there are some that say we have total control, but I'm not of that belief. I believe that we are always co-creating with God and with the universe, with our ancestors, and the divine ones that support us, right? So there are times when we want things and we don't get them. And I think most of us have experienced that in our lifetime. There are those people out there that seem to have everything they want and seem to get everything they ever wanted in life in exactly the way and timing that they wanted in life. But most of us know that we don't always get what we want. And that is the thing that scares us the most. What if we can't have it? What if it's never going to happen? And there's a depression that you go through as you confront that. If you've never confronted that, most likely you're in denial, okay? So the reason, again, that I'm doing this video is to remind you that when it comes to manifesting the things that we want in life, and particularly the things that have taken us a long time or the things that we've been working on for a while, because honey child, you're not alone. There's some things that I've been working on for a while. And some days I'm just like, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore. Like, I'm so over it. I'm just done. So if you experience those moments, I want you to know that you're not alone, and that it's so human and so real and so authentic to experience that. Furthermore, what I just want to say is this, that a lot of times when we get to this point, what needs to be handled is the trauma or the heartbreak that has occurred over and over again. And so if you understand about energy, this is like your heart chakra needs a bit of work. So some things that you may want to consider is doing some body work. You may want to consider doing some Reiki, having a practitioner like myself do some Reiki with you, or having someone do there's so many different forms of body work, but that's an example. In addition to that, coaching and therapy. Talk about the pain, talk about what it's like to be so close and to feel like it slipped through your fingers. Talk about the loss, talk about the grief, talk about the frustration, talk about the anger, even of feeling like it's so hard for you and it's so easy for others. Like, talk about these things. It doesn't make you weak. It doesn't make you petty. It doesn't make you a bad person, but like, process those feelings and those emotions. And then here's the other really, really big thing, okay? Is that you also need to let go. You also need to just let go. That's a big part of it, is we have to be doing our part. We have to be taking the actions necessary in order to line ourselves up with the things that we want. We need to be seizing the opportunities when they come, and we need to be ensuring that our vibration is high so that we are aligning with yeses and open doors and not closed doors and blocks. But after that, we just have to let go. We cannot control every single thing. We cannot control every part of the process. We are not God, though we are of God. So that is why we are co-creators, and why we're not these little people just begging, right? We're not begging for things. We're co-creating things, but we are not the boss of everything and everyone. Remember, all the things that we're trying to manifest are connected not only to us, but connect us to other people. So whether it's a business, or whether it's love, or whether it's your health and your wellness, what you get is connected to other people and creates whole different worlds, situations, connections, like butterfly effect, if you ever saw that movie. So it's not just about you, right? It's not just about you. So there's a lot of things that need to be organized, brought together in the right timing for the right people involved in the situation. And so if you're feeling overwhelmed, if you're feeling exhausted, if you're feeling torn up inside, take care of your heart now. Know that you are doing all the things that you need to do. And if you're not sure, then you need to look at that. You can do that with your coach, your therapist, or if you're fine doing things on your own, do it that way too. But then after that, you gotta step back and you gotta just let nature, let the universe, let things take its course, okay? Let's continue to keep our hearts open and enjoy the life that we have and the things that we have. We may not have some of the things that we desire, but we have much. So let us not lose sight of that. And again, honor the pain, honor the struggle, honor the experience, no matter where you are. Talk to you guys soon.